My time is immaculate. Welcome in, everybody, to the final best of 5 of today. We have done 2 best of 3s, which went max games. We're now in our final series of the day. The winner of this series goes into the playoffs next weekend, albeit in the lower bracket, but they've achieved the playoff bracket by going through this last chance qualifier. Next weekend, the playoffs will be doing pretty much all the upper bracket next weekend, and then I think the lower brackets the following weekend. So we still have 2 weekends of this left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because next weekend is 4th of July weekend, and then this concludes on the 12th and 13th, or whatever day that is. 7 plus 5 is 12. Cho'Gall to be banned away, so that's all of that. So it's a best of 5 series, Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the series. There are no tournament baseline bans. All 90 heroes available. There are bounties. We'll talk about bounties when they happen, but effectively a bounty is if you pick and play a specific hero off the bounty list and win with it, you get a ticket. If you lose, you get half tickets. There's also some composition and heroes with specific talents as well. We'll talk about that when we get there, if we get there. This is going to be Maiev and Lucio banned away, so some target bans right there. Cho'Gall will be removed against Cho'Gall will be removed against Three-Legged Cat, as our Twitch prediction will begin for map number 1 in this best of 5 determining matchup. Loser, of course, of the series, that's it. That's their tournament life. This is the last chance qualifier. There's no other bracket to fall into. Single elimination on these days. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. We'll have 2 best of 3s and 1 best of 5, but it'll be 4 different teams. Of course, you know, the other 4 teams from the lower bracket and stuff like that, or the last chance qualifier. Making a veggie hummus cheese platter. Don't forget to have something to eat the veggies and cheese with. Don't forget to get some Triscuits. Oh, dude, Triscuits on a charcuterie board. Mwah. I love Triscuits for a charcuterie board. Diablo Blaze on the right side. We do have that first pick Johanna from Three-Legged Cat as well. Not a bad start on the left side at all, but same to be said from Freedom Exporters with their dive-heavy start for Infernal Shrines. Leoric will be grabbed with the Johanna and Junkrat. So very standard drafts from both sides. Nothing too flashy. Both teams need a healer. Both teams could go into a Anduin, so maybe there's a target ban from either side. Granted, Freedom Exporters will have first pick after this ban phase, so probably get rid of a healer they don't intend to pick up. So if they want to go the Anduin route, maybe ban Rhaegar. The assumption is that Anduin will be banned away by Three-Legged Cat either way. So I think it's just ban away the Rhaegar realistically, because it's just great for their composition. He's good on the map. Gonna get rid of Tychus though. Don't want to deal with the minigun value, which if getting rid of Tychus, that leads me to believe that maybe we're gonna see like main tank, double bruiser, healer, and hyper carry. So maybe we'll see like a Hogger or an Imperius for Freedom Exporters, because the Tychus target ban, EU does not play a ton of Tychus. It does pop up here and there. I would say Hazuobs is probably the most prominent Tychus player. There's the Anduin ban. So Freedom Exporters had to have been anticipating that. But you know what really goes with this composition on this map? Deckard Cain. Healing debuff. Level 7, you've got shapes on the ground. You got slow at level 4, or level 2, or oh my god, at level 1 you can go into with the Sapphire. You like club crackers? Nothing wrong with that. I love Triscuits. It's like a little bit of that. It's a little bit of that crunch, a little bit of chew. They're healthy. I'm a very much a Triscuit guy. But yeah, club crackers are great too. It's just club crackers are usually so like dry and bland. Granted, if you just have like a nice moist cheese, it's no big deal. God, that phrasing. Malfurion and Tassadar with the Diablo Blaze. Okay, so they have Force Wall for Diablo to play off of. That's really nice right there. Last 2 picks on the left side. Need a healer and I feel like they need more sustain damage, like Tracer and something else would be really nice. Like Tracer and a healer. We'll see Stukov Hanzo. Okay, so very standard draft from Three-Legged Cat coming out. They kind of check a lot of the boxes. The healer doesn't have a cleanse. Malfurion does have Nature's Cure later on, but Flailing Swipes can be considered a cleanse. Now, what do we want to do with this last pick on the right side? There's percent-based damage with Hanzo, Giant Slayer later on, Leoric with Drain. I still like the idea of the Imperius a lot. I love the idea of Imperius with a Hypercarry Tassadar. I don't think they're going to do that, though. I think this is going to be another sustained damage dealer. Tracer with the Malfurion works out really well here. Tassadar sustained damage. I like the draft of Freedom Exporters. It's just going to come down to execution. But all in all, a great map 1 draft from both sides. Twitch predictions going. We've got no gambles on it just yet. But you know what? You can see it on your screen. Why don't you get some predictions in and put your money where your beliefs are? Okay. Oh, whoa, hello. Left side of the map as we get into Infernal Shrines. Best of 5 series to determine who's going to the playoffs. High Wraith, Johanna for 3-Legged Cat. Taikessa is your Hanzo. Maitri, Leoric. Drac playing the actual Hanzo, sorry. Maitri is going to be on, or Taikessa will be on the, golly. Taikessa is going to be on the Junkrat, and we'll see Captain Rex with the Stukov in the house. Right side of the map, we've got Prismaticism on Tassadar, as we do see Kydarian Amulet level 1. Hunter Orc Malfurion, Porky Diablo, yeah boy, is going to be on your Blaze. Cure Tracer, and Prismaticism, as I mentioned, on that Tassadar. Free points if you believe in NA, chat. We've got the... Ooh, that's a nice level 1 for the Junkrat there with the blow 'em up. Very good synergy with the level 4 Boom Pow. Hitting enemy heroes reduces the cooldown of Concussion Mine by 10 seconds down to 6, which is the activation time to blow 'em up. So a really good combo right there. Chattering Teeth and stuff like that are really good, but I really do hope it is Concussion Mine build for the Junkrat player. We got Fetid Touch on your Stukov. First objective will be Mortar, by the way. We've got the Consume Vitality for Leoric, so oftentimes Consume Vitality level 1. Oftentimes we do see the Ghastly Reach at level 4. Sorry, I was trying to remember the name of the talent. Zealous Glare Johanna and Symbol Geometry Hanzo. Tracer rounds level 1. We got Kydarian Amulet for your Tassadar, so he's going to be building up his lightsaber. A Diablo Soul Shield level 1 as this Blaze and Tracer in top lane get a lot of pressure into Leoric Maitri. Emerald Dreams for the Malfurion and Adrenaline Stimpack for the Blaze. Junkrat slept, overpower, Porky, autos are good, Tracer Cure, Recall, nicely done. First blood picked up by the Freedom Exporters. No bias from this caster by any means. Chat, if you're not all-inning, what are you doing with your life? Stukov almost takes down Cure Tracer. Diablo comes in, Root goes down, and another kill to the Freedom Exporters. This gamble's getting big here in map number 1. Alrighty, Explosive Arrow 4, Objective Phase, 45 seconds away. It is going to be that Ghastly Reach. Camp on the left side picked up as well by the side of Freedom Exporters. We see 3-Legged Cat. Leoric is managing mid lane. Impaler Camp putting some damage onto the forefront gate. Tassadar right side, working on that level 1. 55 plus stacks over there. Left side, Captain Rex and Drac working on the Fallen Shaman as well. God, I can't talk in this afternoon. Need to wake up. Okay, dokie. Just waiting to see what's going to happen here in top lane. I thought there was going to be a step up from Porky into High Wraith, but not going to be the case. Diablo chilling in the bush. Overpower immediately. Iron Skin gets activated. Couple auto attacks will come through. Scatter from Hanzo picks up its 7 stack towards the Diablo as Tassadar looks to push up the wave. Shadow Charge into the wall. Iron Skin's already been used. Force Wall to block. There's going to be a root from Malfurion to zone. Overpower into the root. Quirky with these overpowers really on point. Meanwhile, the objective phase. Junkrat working through it. Tracer. I did see a recall on the minimap right there. Mai-Tri is taking a handful of damage. Concussion Mine maneuvers that Blaze further away, but it looks like first objective phase will go over the side of Three-Legged Cat. Porky re-engages here. Side Storm from Tassadar does go down 30-1. There's 40 needed as Mai-Tri, they're going to be able to grab that. Blaze in bottom lane pushes up the wave. 2-0, 3-0 in kills as Leoric goes down just as the objective phase will be grabbed, but it is going to be picked up by the side of Three-Legged Cat. Big belief on the Freedom Exporters as I'm looking at the Twitch Gamble closing out here in about 40 seconds. Shock Ray from Prismaticism should be able to get most, if not all, of the charge here. Finished out during the subjective defense. Mortar Punisher opening up the fort front gate. Looks like the fort's going to be focusing onto the objective. Tassadar, Prismaticism looking to put some pressure onto Captain Rex. The healing pathogen will be spread to the allies all around. Yeah Boy is going to get a cleanse from Malfurion. Diablo split. Tracer moving up towards the top lane. Porky okay for the time being. But still 0-3 in kills. Diablo full on souls. 15 of 20 stacks for the Hanzo. 9 of 15, I think, right, for Fetid Touch. No sub done for the Johanna. And Tassadar just dang near done with Kydarian Amulet. After Resonance Beam has been fully charged for 160 seconds, it bounces to 2 additional targets for 75% of the damage, prioritizing heroes. We got the full Plasma Shield with Arc Discharge. No electric fence this game. You love to see it. All right, quick clear into the wave here. We've got Tracer top lane with Blaze. Kydarian Amulet done now. Still 2 more simple geometry stacks for the Hanzo. Twin Flame onto Mai-Tri. Scatter goes out, picks up another one. Jet Propulsion, Fetid Touch misses, and Cure blinks away. Frozen Punisher for the bottom lane coming up next. Diablo looking for an angle, finds it onto this Stukov. Unfortunately, there was not enough, or there was the allies were just a little too far away, unable to step up right there. But Prismat has got a beam hitting all 3 of these Impalers. Gonna just work through and grab this camp again. 10 talents here on the right side. You've got the Archon, Sticky Bomb, as well as your Lightning Breath, Tranquility, and Bunker. We're gonna go ahead and rotate all those other stats for all of you, because I know there's some of you that are wondering what the damage, healing experience looks like in map number 1 of our final best of 5 of the day. Bottom objective is next, as I mentioned. Fort front gates already been taken down. Sidewalls worked on by Cure here, building up more Pulse Bomb charge. Actually is fully charged currently. Still probably about 45 seconds away from our objective. Junkrat checks the bush. Diablo discovered. Nice anchoring from Porky here. As we anticipated, Porky being the main tank for this, swapping off a healer role from this morning, as we do have 2 subs for the side of Freedom Exporters. Madara out of power currently, Jesting having to go to work. It's so rude of jobs getting in the way of the best MOBA on the planet. It's almost like there should be this like global heroes esport sort of circuit thing where people could like make this their job, and then like a bunch of people could get hired to consistently cast and like follow the teams and learn a lot about their draft style, play style. And then we could like maybe like split into different regions, and then like every couple times a year we could have like a big esport event where we all get together, like maybe around like DreamHack or something, and then we all have like different regions go up against each other, and we can have some nice region competition. That'd be really cool if that was something that ever got created for this game, but unfortunately, objective phase is going to be started out here. Diablo finds the Shadow Charge into the Leoric. The Overpower is going to be there. The Chattering Teeth do find the Diablo. The Sticky Wicket's going to be there. The Concussion Mine Blast. Diablo out of position. The Blessed Shield will be there as well. Entomb from Leoric. Dragon Zero from Hanzo. Force Wall from Tassadar creates a little awkward interaction here. Yeah Boy does not have Bunker, excuse me. Pulse Bomb lands on the Captain Rex, and Blaze able to Jet Propulsion away. Twin Flames thrown back. The Concussion Mine moves Prismaticism out of this objective pit. 22-10 in Skeletal Defenders, favoring the side of Three-Legged Cat. As it looks like our crew in the blue will be able to get another objective pushing into bottom lane. Tracer, Cure tries to get some consolation value in mid. Yeah, boy, top lane with the Fallen Shaman pushed onto the fort will take this down. So at least there's that value. But in bottom lane, there should be a fort lost by the Frozen Punisher. F, yeah, I know, right? We could call it the Hero Circuit Global. Cure is the top of our screen, does get picked off. Leorc traded in the top lane, but the bottom lane fort does go down to the Punisher. They'll probably maneuver into mid and try and go for a second. The shareholders can suck my left toe, okay? What's up, Turbo? How you doing? Specifically the left one. Alrighty, it's a 2 to 4 in kills, 2 kill advantage. About, let's call it a level lead on the side of Freedom Explorers, a little bit less than that. Next objective will be third of the map. Should be Arcane, if I'm not mistaken, because I think our first one was Mortar, then we just had Frozen. So the third should be Arcane. Unless I misremember the first one. And it will be Arcane in the mid lane. All right, Jet Propulsion back from Blaze, just to make sure they don't get caught up by any sort of entomb from Leorc or anything. Yeah, that's true, Stark. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Those shareholders are weird. Mid fort being worked on right now by the three-legged cats. Freedom Exporters will be able to step back in. Couple grenades thrown out by the Junkrat. Really good damage into my try, but still wiggling away. Healing Pathogen applied. No kill. Freedom Exporters half a level for 16, and they should be getting this around objective time, which we should have the announcement fairly soon. I didn't look at when the last objective was cleared away, but it's about 3 minutes from when that goes down to when it's contestable again. Leoric activates Wraithwalk. Tracer trying to chase in. My try getting chunked. It's a Healing Pathogen. 16 talents here on the right side. Full Fire Stomp build for Porky. We do have Tassadar going into Psychic Shock. Did go into Shadow Walk at level 13 for a little extra safety. Concussion Mine did maneuver people around in the top lane. Is this double Fallen Shaman in top? The right side's 20 seconds, so no. It was grabbed a while ago. That was the one that Blaze pushed up and got the Leoric kill. I heard a Dragon's Arrow. It looks like it landed into mid. The Tranquility from Malfurion activated. Tassadar does have the Archon, is chunking into my try. Diablo looking for an angle, but Johanna's Shield Glare gets the dismount, and Blessed Shield was actually used 10 seconds ago as well, but no kill into Freedom Exporters with that Entomb set up with the Dragon's Arrow. I really did think that there was something positive there, but Tranquility from Hunter Orc on point. Waited Pustule with the Lurking Arm afterwards, trying to get the Virulent Reaction activation. And still waiting on objective. Okay, so it will be 16 talents here on both sides because we have less than a quarter of a level to go for that 16 on the left side. So we'll see even talents here for this next objective, but Arcane Punisher could be big. Skeleton Swing lands in a Prismat. Diablo has the Shadow Charge into Overpower, creating a little bit of space. Drain lands onto Porky. Hunter Orc will reset for full mana. 11 seconds on objective timer. No, it was a feigned Hearth. I think they were still in vision, so they started hearthing. Waited a few seconds, cancel that, tap the well, look to re-engage. Diablo goes in with the Shadow Charge, gapping the team. Lightning Breath activated, cooking up so many enemies. The Entomb from Leoric catches Yeah Boy. Leoric looking to now back away. Pulse Bomb will activate onto him. Riptire pushes Kier to the side. Johanna goes down first to the Blaze. Leoric falls to the Tracer. It's a double kill for the Freedom Exporters, who are looking to go ahead and activate Shrine and push in with minion waves. So Blaze on objective. Tassadar resetting. Oh, he was going to bottom lane potentially to go clear things out, but I think they're going to look at hard push through mid. Mid fort taken out. Leoric up in 10. Diablo up in 6. Or sorry, Johanna up in 15. Prismat goes to bottom lane, takes care of the catapults. Tracer to grab a camp for bottom. Respawns have come through. Johanna's back. It is even talent here, but we've got, let's call it less than a level lead. Actually, maybe a little bit more than a level lead. Wraith walk in, but they don't steal away the camp. Murky taking a lot of damage inside the Entomb. Shadow, was this a mistake, though, from Three-Legged Cat to go for this engagement? Dragon's Arrow lands onto Diablo. He's going to be cleansed by Malfurion, Nature's Cure. Johanna looks to step up. Less shield is available, but High Wraith, shield glares into the bush, nothing there. Meanwhile, the Impaler camp is already pushed up with a catapult into mid lane, keep front gate. For a bit of early siege, Leorc still working on bottom camp. Tracer, maybe looking to catch someone in the rotation up. Won't be able to find anything. Kashimine maneuvers Blaze down on the map, but not over the wall. But either way, the side walls and everything taken out. Tracer blinks in, Pulse Bomb lands onto High Wraith the Johanna. Mounts up immediately, goes for the well tap to re-engage. The entire gate has been taken down. Condemn. Johanna looking to step up. No sub done for her. Punisher below 10%. And the keep right here is going to be dropped below 50. Entomb catches the Diablo once again. The DIY buried alive with the lurking arm and the virulent reaction. Diablo jumps inside the Riptide coming up from the Junkrat. Yeah, boy misses, and so does that Blessed Shield from the Johanna. Iron Skin will be activated. She steps up, gets the Condemn activation, or the Subdue activation. Lightning Breath onto High Wraith. There's a lot of healing pathogens going around. Dragon's Arrow lands once again. The Cleanse from Malfurion is really good. Tassadar Archon will get activated, and that's Blaze taking down the Johanna. Leorc will fall to Malfurion. Tassadar is going to get caught by the Chattering Teeth and stuff, but he is like, all right, cool. I get a couple autos in here and there as Archon form, half a level to go for 20. This should be mid lane keep. Slowly poked out. They don't have a minion wave, and Hanzo poking back at the enemy with Giant Slayer is a little annoying, but the Twin Flames, Cure is going to eat a couple tower shots, backs away. Got to be a little careful here, Cure. Minion wave is here. Concussion Mine maneuvers Diablo again to the side. Mid keep has gone down. Top lane wave is encroaching. And can the members of Freedom Exporters find a double keep? There's going to be an Entomb. So many caught inside. The keep shots are good. The lurking arm from Stukov. Leorc gets the kill onto Blaze. Concussion Mine pushes the enemy further back. Tracer almost takes down the mid lane keep. The Pulse Bomb lands. And damage is spread to a few enemies. The top lane keep will sustain. 20 talents here on the right side with the total recall for Tracer. Hellgate Diablo. Force Barrier for the Tassadar, which is the Prismat flavor that he doesn't like. Tranquility with the upgraded Serenity. And Fortified Bunker for the Blaze. The members of Freedom Exporters almost get a double keep during all of that. There's probably like 3k HP on this. 2,076. I almost said 2,000, but I was like, no, it's got to be 3,000. Here's the big thing. Next objective phase is in the bottom lane. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher. The fort front gates already been taken down. If Freedom Exporters gets this, they still have so much to siege through. Granted, if they find a multitude of kills, they can just literally run to core and end the game through mid. We already talked about 20s on the right. We got 3/4 of a level for that on the left. Leorc is going to be scouted. The root goes down from Malfurion, but no invade. If you missed it, Saddle, there are 2 subs. Madara is not here because his power is still out from that first best of 3 of the day when it went out after map number 2, right? That was map 3. Going into map 3, it went out. So that was like 2-ish hours ago for me. And then it looks like Justing had to go to work. So Fancy Pants is stepping in for Justing. So Hunter Orc stepping in for Madara, and Fancy Pants in for Justing. In case anyone was wondering why or what or how or when things happen. Punisher, frozen for the bottom lane as Tassadar grabs right side camp. Left side going to be grabbed as well. All right. Could be a game-winning objective for either side. Tracer with good sustained damage into Leorc. Gonna try and harass him in the rotation down to the objective. Malfurion, do you have a root? Oh, wait. Force Barrier. Shadow Charge into the sidewall. Pulse Bomb is there. Not even needed. Leorc does go down. That's actually massive for the side of Freedom Exporters to get that kill. Now, Leorc can cheat death and respawn a little bit faster. We'll see if that works out. Riptire from Junkrat with the extra oomph almost gets the full reset, only hitting 2 enemy heroes. Controlled Chaos for the Stukov. Buried alive Leorc. We have the Bullseye, Hanzo, and Radiating Faith for the Johanna on those 20s. 32 seconds left on Leorc. Might be less than that, as he does have Drain onto some heroes here and there. Force Barrier to block the entrance of the enemies. 28 to 14 as Skeletal Defenders are rising on the side of Freedom Exporters, and it looks like, yes, it will go over to the right side team. How do subs work? Is there a limit or anything? What do you mean? No, you can buy as many gift subs as you'd like. Yeah, exactly. I still get the 60-40 split because we have Partner Plus level 1. The only thing is if I gift subs, then it delays out any Twitch sub goals, and I can't start my own hype trains. I have tried. I cannot. Concussion Mind from Taikessa lands into Porky. He's a little split from the team. Little Fire Stomp, little Overpower. Soul Shield activates. A lot of damage into Porky. Forced to use the Hellgate to back away. Tranquil. Oh, that's a really good buried alive, but the Dragon's Arrow only lands into Tassadar. Prismat able to get the Shadow Walk back. We do have a kill onto the Johanna. Natural agility from Hanzo. Back into mid lane. Damn, Baha. You got PP. Yeah. Exclamation PP. My PP is so big. Flailing Swipe going out. Lightning Breath cooks up the Junkrat. Captain Rex with another one, but a Jet Propulsion to the back says goodbye. The Freedom Exporters have map number 1 in this best of 5 playoff matchup. We'll see if they can continue. But of course, this is Meta Madness style of draft. The 10 heroes we just saw are unavailable for the rest of the series. Thanks, Allura, for talking about my PP. Appreciate that, bud. It's always nice when your friends gas you up a little bit, you know? It's always nice when your friends gas you up. So the Freedom Exporters, they've got map number 1, and we'll pay out the gamble. We're going to go ahead and roll out a block of ads. If you'd like to support the stream with a gifted sub, resubscription, every little bit helps us out a ton. We do have the best tier 3 alert in all of Twitch. That's not a bait. That's not a lie. That is literally the truth. I will see you after the ads are done for map number 2 of this best of 5. NA leads with map 1. All right, my love for Polish sausage aside, let's go ahead and get into Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 2 in this best of 5 series. On the left-hand side, we have Three-Legged Cat. On the right side, we have Freedom Exporters up in this best of 5. The winner of the series, I keep hounding on this just in case anyone from stream hasn't seen this or is new or whatever. Best of 5 series, winner of this goes into the playoffs next weekend. Loser, they're done with the entire tournament. There's no lower bracket to fall into. It's single elimination bracket. Tomorrow, we're going to see 4 different teams. Exact same style. 2 best of 3s. Winner of each of those best of 3s go into the best of 5 playoff determining matchup. And that's where we're at today here. Freedom Exporters. We'll see if they can get a clean and quick 3-0. Or if Three-Legged Cat will put one up on the board. Now, we have gone, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but we have gone max games today. We have 2 best of 3s that went to a map 3, and I personally would love to see this entire day go full maps. I want 11 Heroes of the Storm maps. I want all the good games. I want a map 5 best of 5 with the Meta Madness style of draft, because that's what we have going on right now. The 10 heroes we saw in the previous map will not be coming through. Bans, of course, don't carry over. That's why we're seeing another Cho ban. We're seeing a Stitches ban. We're seeing a Lucio ban. Probably Chromie here. Boom, I'm good at my job. First pick, though, on the left-hand side for Three-Legged Cat. What are we going to be getting? What will we get? What happened to Madara and Justing? Madara had power. Oh, thank you, Stark. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Appreciate it. There's a 20-second delay, so. Sylvanas first picked on the left side for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Good siege damage. Really good aggression out the gate. Mind Control can be the opportunity pickup for the poll. Wailing Arrow's an option. Now, here's the question. Will Freedom Exporters go Gul'dan? I really, really hope they consider Gul'dan here. It's been a thorn in their side when other teams take it. I'd love for them to go for it early on. Wave Clear's great. Horrify is great. Gul'dan was almost the reason why Freedom Exporters almost didn't win their best 3 series. They actually lost a map, in my opinion, because of Itrax's Horrify's post-level 20 with the Haunt armor debuff, 1 second CC duration increase as well. So we'll see what ends up happening here, but this is going to be Dahaka Maiev for the side of Freedom Exporters. Sylvanas with a Garrosh Anduin. So really, really good start for Three-Legged Cat here. You've got a you've got a buttload of CC out of Garrosh and Anduin out the gate, and then Sylvanas, I'm assuming, is Mind Control level 10. Call of the Dark Lady level 20 is insanely good too. Possession level 4 to bolster waves, I would think. Next bans coming out from both sides. Maybe get rid of something in the solo lane you don't want to deal with. Maybe get rid of something up against the Dahaka for the solo. They're going to get rid of the Gul'dan. Okay, so they will ban out Gul'dan. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I've been lurking as well, Carol, because I've been trying to glean some information. I also was asking them some information about last week's games and stuff like that as well. So, Hammer and Gul'dan to be banned away, so maybe we'll see them further on in this best of 5. We're getting into the next 2 picks for Freedom Exporters. Are they going to consider a main tank Maiev? If that's the case, they need to pick up an Uther early on here, and then maybe some sustained damage, then flex with a last healer, like a Karazim or an Ana. Brightwing Tychus with the Maiev Dahaka. Tychus is really good into the Garrosh just to slice through his health bar. I assume the last pick will be Muradin? I would like the last pick to be Muradin for Porky and go Haymaker. Here goes Gorge plus Pole. Stitches was banned in the first slot. Stitches was first banned by the side of Three-Legged Cat. Alarak and Yrel. Okay, so good control, good aggression. I do like the Alarak. The Tychessa, it says Nano. Just ignore it. Tychessa's Alarak, I believe, is extremely good, too. Last pick for Porky. I personally would like to see Haymaker Muradin.
Let the games begin.
I don't know how I feel about this. I can see how it will work. I feel like it won't. But get your predictions in. Ah!
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
Excuse me, sorry. A little sneeze fit there. Hopefully, I think we're done with that. Freedom Exporters on the right side of Tomb of Spider Queen up in this best of 5 series. Porky will be your Maiev. You've got a Medivh Cure, Prismat on your Tychus, Hunter Orc Brightwing, and yeah, boy, is going to be on the Dahaka. Left-hand side of the map is going to be Three-Legged Cat, Drac on the Sylvanas, Captain Rex, Anduin, Tychessa is your Alarak, High Wraith playing Garrosh, and in the bottom lane will be my Yrel. We're going to talk about level 1s in just a moment here, but let's take a look at the first engagement. Spirit of Vengeance goes, whoa! Bag with the 5 gifted subs from the top rope. Thank you so very much for that, bud. If you got a gifted sub, welcome to the Bahamuts. If you did not, get flippin' dodged. Thank you so very much for that support, my friend. I appreciate it greatly. We have got the Might of the Banshee Queen for your Sylvanas level 1 as Alarak is going to get a huge Discord strike into the enemy team. The Groundbreaker from Garrosh. The portal set up by Curious. He dives in and is able to back away just fine. Warbreaker for the Garrosh. We have Extended Lightning for the Alarak, which I honestly thought he was going to finish it in that engagement right there with that huge telekinesis into Discord Strike. We have got your Well of Light and Dauntless Yrel. On the opposing side, you've got Press the Advantage for Tychus, which gives him a 5.5 range, since it is a one range increase. You've got Pursuit of Vengeance for the Maiev, Portal Mastery Medivh, Hypershift Brightwing, and Tissue Regeneration Dahaka. As in bottom lane, Dahaka is dead. Wait. Essence, Portal, Force of Will, Dahaka fine in the bottom lane. Thanks, Be Crazy, for the redemption. Thanks again, Bag, for the 5 Tier 1 gifted subs. Very generous of you. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thanks for the appreciation for the casting and all that good stuff. Anduin working on left side camp. I'm assuming not alone. No, he is alone. I think they actually got most of it done, then left him to finish it out. Porky's still soaking up in top lane. No kills on either side. Slight experience picked up. Oh, that's a really good toss into telekinesis with a groundbreaker in the middle of it. But Porky gets a portal, gets the Force of Will, and is fine for the time being. In the rhythm from Prismat. We'll see what the stackage looks like. I think the highest in this tournament is around like 420-ish. Yeah, boy, thrown out of position again, but is able to burrow. I'm assuming he's going to go Lurk Restrained level 4. Alarak does finish up that level 1. There's going to be Cure. Able to portal through. The 12 stacks he has will not be taken down. Cure very low on HP, though. I think the Lurk Restraint's huge, though, for the Dahaka. There's so much dive blow up on the targets. Maiev jumps in, Spirit of Vengeance, Umbral Bind. Haunting Wave allows Drak the Sylvanas to back away just fine. In the bottom lane, though, Maitri is trying to get away from Dahaka. No drag to pull them out of position, and 270-something HP. Looks like Well will be tapped. Maiev is going to be thrown around here. Doesn't look like Porky will be too concerned. Umbral Bind pulls High Wraith around. Fan of Knives pinned down was the level 4 pickup. Yrel in bottom lane. Still brawling against the Dahaka, but it seems like they're just trading blows. Gem count getting pretty close to return on both sides. It's going to be a big fight in the mid lane. Medivh on 14 stacks in the rhythm for Tychus activated. Nano so low, does go down. No sadism, as this is no kills, but does have 100% sadism because they finished out the extended lightning. There's a 10% reduction. 24 stacks for the Tychus. For those that don't know, Tychus's baseline minigun duration is 3 seconds, and the In the Rhythm level 4 adds 0.03 second per stack. So at 100 stacks, you've effectively doubled your minigun duration. A lot of damage into Drak here. Brightwing gets the kill. A lot of gems on the ground. Garrosh picks up 1-5 bundle and is forced to back away. Freedom Exporters with a double kill early on, or at least 2 kills. Porky going for a channel 23. High Wraith throws, Groundbreaker portal. High Wraith in a really bad position now. Minigun active from the Tychus, trying to dash in. Combat Tactician, by the way, for 4 minigun action. 36 stacks for Prismat. Lot of gems dropped by that Garrosh, and Porky with 24. That is exactly what they need. Web Weavers do descend to the side of Freedom Exporters. If you are swayed by the first 4 minutes of this game, you still have 40 seconds from when you're hearing me talk about this to get your channel points in. Get your Twitch predictions in, chat. Do you think the Freedom Exporters will have a 2-0 lead after this map, or do you think it'll be a 1-1? 3-0 currently. Half a level lead, maybe a little bit more to Freedom Exporters, as the Web Weavers do descend. Maiev, by the way, with the Bonds of Corruption, enemy heroes pulled by Umbral Bind have their armor reduced by 15 and are slowed by 25% for 3 seconds. That's going to be Medivh thrown over the wall. He's not done with his baseline stackage. The portal, no! Oh, everybody gets the same treatment, Kira. I'm sorry. Stacks go down the drain. Dragon bottom lane from Dahaka. Maitri with the Hand of Freedom, able to back away. There's no kill into the Yrel. 24 gems held. As bottom objective gets cleared away, but Alarak tries to back off. Did go for a further 10% sadism reduction with... I agree with Yeehaw. Drag. High Wraith.
Oh yeah, yeehaw.
What's up, Zark? How you doing today, bud? The members of the Freedom Exporters are looking to take down Maitri for a 3rd time in bottom lane. The Chastised Piercing Light is good. The leap of the right Avenging Wrath over the wall, and Yrel does not go down once again. Leyline Seal will be your heroic on the right side. For Medivh, you've got a Odin, Containment Disc, Blink Heal, and Isolation. As Overkill activated by Prismat here. Bottom fort taking a handful of damage. Still no heroic on the left-hand side. Medivh stacks, yes, reset back to 0. Portal set up, isolation into the face of Alarak, but I think this is a disengage. Mind Control, Warlord's Challenge, Counter-Strike, Light Bomb, and what for Yrel? I assume it's Ardent Defender, but maybe a Sacred Ground? Just kidding. It's Ardent Defender. Spirit of Vengeance delays out the objective. The Umbral Bind's going to be there as well. High Wraith getting a little bit low. Warlord's Challenge activated. We have My Try with 32 gems looking to get out of here. Containment just does land onto Yrel. Are there any allies to help out this? Ooh, that's a really good Soothing Mist from Brightwing. Burrow from Dahaka. Ardent Defender does get activated. Drag lands on Anduin. He's the first one to go down in this engagement. My Try jumps over the wall. There's going to be a portal set up by Medivh. Raven Familiar. Porky gets thrown in right now. 26 gems. The phase shift is good. The Counter-Strike is there. Is there going to be a drag from Dahaka? Looks for it, but the telekinesis pushes him further away. Prismat has a portal to back off to. Meanwhile, Raven Familiar getting a few hits here and there. Leyline Seal goes out as well. Umbral Bind onto My Try is going to be taken down, but High Ray should have the pickup of these gems. Tychus dashes in. Minigun was active, picking up a little bit more on that in the rhythm. 77 stacks, nearly doubling that minigun duration. Round 5 currently, 5 seconds, but 8 stacks for Medivh baseline, 93 sadism on the Alarak, 11 of 15, right, for the Warbreaker for Garrosh. We do have a red Webweaver phase, again, to the side of Freedom Exporters. Their second one overall on this map, and we'll see what can be achieved. Bottom lane fort down to, I'm going to take a guess and say it's 250 HP. It is 870, but it's about to be 250 from this minion wave. See, I was not wrong at all. Telekinesis pulls this. Oh, that's a really good flank from the Garrosh right there. Mind Control goes out. Brightwing Soothing Mist. She blinks to the side. Somehow, it's going to be the Alarak going down. 44 stacks. Oh, no. My God. Anduin falls as well. 44 gems on High Rate. 23 on Drac. And this red Webweaver phase is going to get tumultuous siege in favor of Freedom Exporters. All right, so top fort went down. Bottom fort to the minion wave, as we already mentioned. Mid will go down as well. Odin's been summoned to top lane. Webweaver in top will be cleared away. Avenging Wrath over the wall. Polymorphed into a crab. Righteous Hammer pushes back Porky once again. Medivh, Kier stacks at 15. Portal out. Webweaver summoning 37 of 60. On the opposing side, they have 75 of the 50. So not even a single objective has been summoned yet by Three-Legged Cat. High Wraith with 90+%. But Porky will have a delay. Cure with vision above. Meanwhile, Brightwing and Tychus working on camp. So much freedom being exported right now. God, I hope the tariffs aren't bad. Spirit of Vengeance. Porky gets the phase shift from Brightwing. Mind Control will connect onto them as well. We do have a Light Bomb as well. Some CC is going to be there. Cure is going to jump in. No! No, Cure! The stacks! Cure's stacks were at 20. He gets taken down. Brightwing falls as well. The Ardent Defender from Yrel does get activated. A double kill picked up by the side of Three-Legged Cat as Dahaka meanders to safety on the high side of top lane. But we do have camp and bottom, camp and mid all pushing up. Bottom lane a little bit stronger. We'll see. Ooh, Dahaka and top, he's fine. Alrighty, anyways. Alarak is going to be going into Blades the High Lord. His max sadism right now can be 180, if my math is right. Wait, no. 160. Because 30 plus 40, but minus 10 because of the level 7. Yeah, because 30 baseline. Yeah, we know how to do math on this channel. Groundbreaker goes out. Umbral Bind to pull people around a little bit. Tychus is able to dash back. Odin getting good clear here. Looks like Dahaka's managed top lane quite quickly. Cure providing vision in bird form. Umbral Bind pulls back Drac, the containment. That's a good leyline seal, but the drag lands into this Yrel. Leap of Faith will pull her to safety. Ardent Defender down for 36 more seconds. Mind Control max range finds the Brightwing. Warlord Shun's gonna be there as well. Portal is not available for Medivh as it was just used. Divine Star's going out. Spirit of Vengeance to try and close the distance. Containment just lands onto Alarak. I think he had Counter-Strike active. He dead. Back down to 90 sadism. Portal set up. There's a light bomb to zone. Fan of Knives gets the dismount. But one gem is needed to be able to summon a Webweaver phase. Boss is up and available as well, and no one has freed Harrison Jones still. I would assume Boss plus Webweaver try and push into top and end map number 2. Make this a 2-map lead to the side of the red squad. We'll see if Freedom Exporters can make their way into the playoffs. As I mentioned, this is a playoff determining best of 5. Loser of this series, that's it. Tournament life is over. Whatever bounties they may have potentially picked up, that's what they'll be able to claim prize pool wise. And that'll be that. But either way, let's go ahead and see. Webweavers plus boss. Obviously no invade from the enemy. They're trying to get 16 talents here off the waves and push things back a little bit. But I would assume that Freedom Exporters, they really want to prioritize top. So they're going to go ahead and pre-tap well with a couple characters. They're going to delay out the objective to be a little bit closer to the Webweaver descent. So you have the Webweaver plus boss pushing together rather than staggered out. Spirit of Vengeance gets a little bit of vision and some damage onto the structure here. Sidewall already taken down. Might be able to play off of that. Whoa, sorry, missing buttons. Sorry, still getting used to new keyboard stuff. Button. Leyline Seal goes out from Medivh. He's got Temporal Flux level 16, so watch that cooldown. Already down to 49 seconds. Containment Disc goes out, doesn't find anything. There's going to be a Righteous Hammer to push back Porky. Boss plus Webweaver. Boss is getting low. Webweaver... No, actually opposite. Webweaver very low, Boss very healthy. Keep will be confirmed. Mid and bottom pushing up quite effectively. Porky with a good Umbral Bind, but there's going to be a cleanse, or self-cleanse, I think, actually, onto the target. Mid keep may be the new target for the side of Freedom Exporters. Durell in bottom lane, still just trying to clear things out. Boss on top lane. Actually, 1% off the core. Catapult got a shot towards the end, so 1% off the enemy core. Portal set up. Obviously, no turn-in available to Freedom Exporters. They're going to just jump on the bottom lane siege camp. The enemy team, though, does have available turn-in. They're close. That's a good lay. Nope, that's not as good as I thought it was. Never mind, just hits one. This should be turn-in from the enemy. Yeah, they have more than enough between Drac and High Wraith. Medivh will not be able to get the delay. Cure at 6 stacks on his baseline Arcane Rift. If he did not die twice, he would be done. But Heine cites 2020. Groundbreaker into the bush. Dahaka steps in. Tissue Regeneration was level 1. He lands the Dragon, the Garrison Containment Disc into the Anduin. There's going to be a Polymorph and a deletion of Garrosh. Critterize level 16, helping out a ton with that. Yrel jumps in with the Avenging Wrath. The Righteous Hammer, the Light Bomb will not connect onto the enemy's essence. Activated by Dahaka as he lands another drag, this time into Yrel. Our defender will be activated by her, as we do have Leyline Seal catching the hoof of this Yrel Leap of Faith as a Kaimo cleanse. Portal set up, they jump onto Captain Rex and take him down as well. I would anticipate Freedom Exporters ending the map right here. Portal from Medivh. I'm sorry. Arcane Brilliance, level 20. Are we serious? Prismat, hello, your health bar. Alarak with, Alarak with Lightning Barrage chunks into the Tychus, and then he steps into core defenses and dies. Lightning Barrage damage right there is humongous, but literally portals in and takes core death wave damage. Yikes forever.
My web weavers have fought.
What's up, Trainwreck?
Gather gems.
Welcome in. Oh, God. All right, well, it's going to be Arcane Brilliance level 20 for some reason. No Medivh cheats. Activate to restore 200 mana to all nearby allied heroes and grant them 15% spell power for 10 seconds. Tychus going to go into the Bob and Weave. You got the Shadow Orb Vengeance, Fairy Protector, and Contagion. Counter-Strike goes out. Leyline Seal will expire here. There was an Arcane Brilliance activation. My try with the Righteous Hammer pushing people back. And we have 47 of the 65. Dahaka brush talking somewhere. They're going for this. Okay. Goes in, lands a drag on a Sylvanas. The Light Bomb will be the answer. Burrows, Lurker Strain to bot people back. Portal set up by Medivh. Camp invaded. Dahaka thrown out of position. Umbrobind pulls Drac back in. Leap of Faith pulls this Sylvanas to safety. Max range drag onto Alarak. He's going to be thrown to safety. The auto attack from Brightwing was not enough, dropping him down under 100 HP. And camp invaded, but not stolen. That lightning barrage, as you just saw, chunks onto enemies. Got to be careful of that. Dahaka thrown out of position. That's going to be a nice mind control to follow up. The toss right there. Maev with the Spirit of Vengeance. They take down the Garrosh. Tychus minigun duration at 194 seconds. Sorry, 194 stacks. That's almost 9 seconds of minigun duration. 3 baseline, 3 from 100, and almost 3 from hitting 200. Umbrobind onto Tychessa here. Polymorph into Yrel. She gets chunked quickly. Containment Disc. Is there a follow-up from Medivh and friends? Damage into Nano. Prismat jumps forward. Murky, Spirit of Vengeance in. Alarak will be taken down. Tychus is getting low. There's going to be a Light Bomb, but it's going to be a mind control from Sylvanas. Prismat will fall once again. Porky getting low here on the Maev. Double vault of Wardens. Cure, does he have a portal to allow his allies to back off? Maev will lose her Arcane Rift baseline stackage, and the Freedom Exporters are having some really wobbly moments in the late game here. There's a massive wave arriving through top, but that should be dealt with pretty quickly by the spawning Garrosh. Call of the Dark Lady. You're looking at the Earthshaker plus Titanic Might. Hasty Bargain. Activate to permanently reduce Alarak's sadism by 4% and reset the cooldown of his basic abilities. You've got Sentry Anduin and Seraphim Yrel as a Cure scouts out this boss grab. Now he's got Leyline Seal, but no Medivh cheats. Dahaka's bottom lane camp. Yeah, boy. Fancy Pants. Brushstock. Not available. Abi, thank you for the tier 1 in this downtime. Let's see if we can get that alert to go off.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Thank you, Abi, for the tier 1 for 20 months. I appreciate that. Nearly 2 years of support. Thank you for your continued love for the channel and Bandit. Thank you, buds. 8 stacks for... Let's talk about some stackish stuff here. Alarak base sadism at 90 because the level 7. He did finish the level 1 extended lightning, so he got that 10% back, but it's a permanent minus 10 from applied force. You've got 63 negatively charged stacks for him. Looking at Boston top lane. That's going to be cleared away after it takes down the keep front gate. Also going to be looking at Piercing Light at 8. You've got 220 stacks for Tychus, so over 9 seconds of minigun duration. You got 29 of 40 for the Arcane Rift. Vigorous Vaulter auto-completed at 20. 2 stacks on the pin down for Maev. Dahaka Feeding Frenzy at 2, so he's got a 1.25 second cooldown per auto attack. Still has the drag duration increase and all that good stuff. Did go Elongated Tongue as well at level 16. And Contagion level 20, as we did talk about. Tissue Regeneration's done. And I believe that's all the stackage to really talk about. Mind Control goes fishing, finds the Maev. Soothing Mist mitigates that. Warlord's Challenge. Silence Discord Strike. Leyline Seal from Medivh. Tychus dashing around. Seraphim. Minigun activation. Good Umbral Bind. Leap of Faith pulls my try to safety. A lot of trade. A lot of trading here. Containment Disc into Alarak. What's the play afterwards? Doesn't look like anything will happen. Mind Control fishing again. Burrow from Dahaka avoids that. He's going to turn in 11 gems. Silence into Maev. Looks for the Umbrobind pull, but I don't think it's able to get that activation pull. You love that movie? What, Starship Troopers? It's a very good one. Speaking of quality movies, it's Mel Brooks' birthday today. 99 years old. Garrosh with 187 HP, 186 more than he needed. Cure going for a turn in here. A bundle of 7. Hunter Orc with 20. Getting close to the red web weavers on the right side. 21 minutes into this map number 2. Freedom Exporters, they really want to have this 2-0 lead. Mind Control does not connect. The Soothing Mist does get activated just in case. Containment Disc goes fishing. Nothing found. There's going to be Portal. Warlord's Challenge. Leyline Seal finds Sylvanas. High Rate trying to back away. Cure baseline stacks at 30, by the by. Is the blue team level 20 mind control? Yes, Call of the Dark Lady. Mind control goes out once again. Avenging Wrath goes... Oh, wait, that's going to be a double toss from Garrosh. That might be the game-winning moment right there for the side of Three-Legged Cat. I can't believe it. Priz lives. Only the Maiev goes down. Priz trying to back away. Should have the disengage path with Hunter Orc. Meanwhile, the rest of the allies, they're fine. Okay. Wow, dude, I thought Priz was dead. That double kill could have been game-ending. 2 minutes on boss for the top lane. Yrel's going to be heading into the bottom for Siege Giants, but here's the big thing to point out. Webweaver's available on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Not a lot. About to get your morning coffee. Ooh, nice. God, I miss coffee. Yeah, he's actually supposed to be in Spaceballs. He's supposed to play like President Scrooge again. I forget the proper pronunciation. That's a Leyline Seal into 3. Mind Control goes out. Contagion splashes to 2. But Yrel Righteous Hammer says nope. 69 stacks on that level 4 for the Alarak. Nice. Blue Webweavers do descend. 3 keeps available to the side of Freedom Exporters as Dahaka looks to just get a quick clear onto mid lane wave. Top lane is pushed back a little bit. I think the bottom is the main priority here for Three-Legged Cat. Tychus minigun, getting a few shots here and there. Alarak poking onto the keep. Sylvanas auto attacking the sidewall. Groundbreaker finds Porky. Warlord's challenge midair, toss as well. Nano getting chunked. Black Arrow from Sylvanas was activated. Dahaka managing mid. Looks like Yrel's trying to push that up. Voids a Righteous Hammer from her. Containment just goes fishing in bottom lane from Porky, but is unable to find a target. A lot of low health bars, at least on Garrosh right there. Haunting Wave into mid lane. Mind Control goes fishing again. Not going to be able to find anything. Catapults dealing with bottom. Freedom Exporters looking to run at the enemy team here. Porky way too far forward. Gets a Force of Will. Is there a portal set up by Medivh? Vigorous Vaulter or Vault of the Warden. No Cure! No, the stacks not again! Cure stacks will be dropped. And with him dead, the enemy team aggresses in. Black Arrow from the Sylvanas is active. Mid keep does fall. Is this enough to go GG, Core? Do we got a 1-1 score, chat? Oh, I heard he was reprising the role as Yogurt and Scroob. That's what I heard in an interview, but I might be wrong, so... Leap of Faith, Mind Control, the core shielding is still active. That's Garrosh the one to go down. A drag from Dahaka lands into Alarak. Lurker Strain, Spirit of Vengeance, double Spirit of Vengeance. Chastise goes out. There's going to be an Avenging Wrath. There's going to be another Vault of the Wardens. Maiev is unable. Wait, is able to pick up those regeneration globes and lives? What? Bottom keep will fall, though. Pew! 317 seconds. Or sorry, stacks. That is 9.52 minigun duration plus the 3 sec. Oh my god. 12 plus seconds of minigun duration here. As Medivh will activate the art. I don't know why Kier took this Arcane Brilliance 20, man. Medivh cheats might actually just be. Wait, hold on. Chastise goes out. Mind Control finds the Brightwing. Boss is going to be leashed. I do believe the Leyline Seal goes out, finds nobody right there. My try will fall. The Yrel is dead for the next 62 seconds. Garrosh just now respawning. Some gems will be picked up by the Alarak. Still not enough for a turn-in, but I will point out there's a turn-in available on the right-hand side for Freedom Exporters. Alarak looking to step in. There's a Mind Control into Dahaka. Portal set up by the Medivh. They're jumping out of the boss pit. A lot of low health bars on the right side. Alarak might be able to clean up this fight. Hunter Orc blinks to the side. Sylvanas sustained damage is good. Oh my god, they throw on boss pit. You are kidding me, dude.
Miss.
Freedom Exporters throw on boss pit. I do not want to point fingers and put blame, but not having Medivh cheats level 20, I think is a massive blunder. I think it's a massive blunder, I'm going to be honest. That had to have been a misclick from Cure. That had to have been a misclick. Or it was one of those things where they were going to core, and they were like, oh, we won this already. And then Tychus dies, and they choose their meme 20 talent, and they're like, shit, now I got to use Arcane Brilliance to try and win this game. Give me my points. Calm the hell down. It's a delay on stream. Calm the hell down. As we're getting into map number 3 of this best of 5 series here on Garden of Terror. On the left-hand side will be Three-Legged Cat. On the right will be Freedom Exporters. And of course, the Freedom Exporters do not want to deal with the Cho'Gall, so they'll be banning that away very, very quickly. Chrometer be removed as well. It really does sound awful, not gonna lie. What, chewing on toothpaste? Yeah, it's awful. One of those dumb things you did as a kid, like, oh, I don't want to brush my teeth. Maybe I just chew the toothpaste. Might have been the nicotine content that made your stomach upset too. Yeah, exactly. That's the other factor too. Absolutely. Even when I smoked cigarettes, I still had constant nausea because not only is your body absorbing nicotine through the smoke, but you are also swallowing and it's in the saliva as well. So yeah. I felt it was way more prevalent when I was using, I tried the early days of like nicotine vaping. There was like the blue, there was like the blue e-cigarette, and that was like what everyone tried to use for quitting smoking, but patch is what worked for me, and that's how I was able to quit. So still haven't had a cigarette in almost 10 years. No nicotine in about 9-ish, because took me a while to get rid of nicotine out of my body. Let's focus in on the game. My triumphs and tribulations aside, we've got a Chromie Hogger band on the side of Three-Legged Cat, as they are the map chooser, since they did win the previous map of Tune the Spider Queen. The enemy side of the Freedom Exporters, they will be going for the first pick Sergeant Hammer, banning away the Muradin and Cho'Gall, as we're going into Guard of Terror with a Rhaegar Gul'dan on the left side of Three-Legged Cat. The Gul'dan into the Sergeant Hammer feels really good. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Carol. Yeah. Best of luck. I'm assuming you're doing it to quit, so best of luck on that one. The other, the one thing I do recommend if you are trying to quit, the one thing that helped me a ton is you buy one of those like custom vapes that you can like unscrew and like you can put the vape juice in. I bought literally vegetable glycerin that was flavored, and I was smoking that for the oral asphyxiation, but there's no nicotine in it. But I know you can buy those, and you can actually buy the nicotine measurements in lower doses and slowly quit that way. I really do recommend going that route, because eventually you can get rid of the nicotine, and it just becomes the oral asphyxiation, and then you can slowly get rid of that, which is what I did. Falstead will be banned away on the left-hand side. We do have the Deckard and the Tyrael on the right. Okay, so it's a little juicy, but no pirates on the right side. With the Rhaegar Gul'dan, what do they want to get rid of here? Maybe a tank that can step into the Sergeant Hammer, or you know what wouldn't be bad? A Mei ban. Mei into Sergeant Hammer is not bad because you have the Snowblind, and then you can go into like Slush Ball build and stuff like that. Mei could be a consideration. Gonna get rid of the ETC. Okay. I did forget that he was still up and available. I thought he was already played, but as I said, the day, as I always say at this point in streams, the day is all blending together when it comes to meta madness. I don't track the heroes. I probably should. Might be a little bit more helpful on my end, but either way. Next two bands, or next two picks on the left-hand side with a Rhaegar Gul'dan. I still like the Mei, realistically. They're gonna go Imperius and Chen. So is this a no tank comp? Or are they going to go for like a hyper carry Gul'dan, pick up a Thrall in the last slot? No, I think they still pick up a main tank. I think it'll be hyper carry Gul'dan, but they will they'll have a regular tank in the last slot. But Imperius and Chen do have a lot of good die potential in the Sergeant Hammer. Deckard and Tyrael. You know it's not bad? Raynor. Raynor with Sergeant Hammer with Hyperion. Also, penetrating round is a good way to push back Imperius Chen step up.
It is time.
Zool Malthiel. Okay. Lot of priority into the Sergeant Hammer here, though. But it is Garden of Terror, so you'll probably see like a 1-3-1. Like a Zool in one lane, Sergeant Hammer Deckard Tyrael in another, maybe Deckard and Tyrael rotating out, and then Malthiel in the bottom lane, like if you're just setting it up that way. So it's looking like a 1-3-1 sort of setup. Zagara will be the last pick, and okay. Is this a bounty on the left side? Give me 2 seconds here. Bounty. No, this is not a bounty. Team comp of triple healer or no healer team, and Rhaegar, Deckard. Okay. All right, well, let's get into it, everyone. Get your channel points in. Last note on the whole smoking thing. It took me 5 good attempts to really quit smoking. I started smoking when I was 13 years old. And I quit when I was about 23. Something like that. Somewhere abouts there. I think I started a little bit later. I think I might have quit later, but still. Yeah. No, I started at 15, quit at 20, whatever. Left side, three-legged cat is 1-1 score in this series. We got a Captain Rex Rhaegar, High Wraith Imperious, Drac on the Gul'dan. Taikessa will be your Zagara, as well as your Chen, played by Maitri. Right side of the map, we're taking a peek at Freedom Exporters. You've got your yeah boy Malthiel, Porky on the Tyrael. Cure is going to be playing the Zool. You've got a Hunter Orc Deckard, and Prismet on the Hammer. Why? Cure, why? You're going into Imperious and Chen, who want to dive into your face. Why not take Backlash level 1? Why are we taking Shade? Why not Backlash level 1? This is tilting me. Shade level 1 for the Zool right there, as we do have Advanced Artillery Hammer, Sapphire for the Deckard Cain. We've also got the Fear the Reaper for Malthiel, and your Justice for All for Tyrael. On the opposing side, it's going to be Echoed Corruption. A Prime Gaming sub from Darkshear with no message. Thank you, Darkshear, for the Prime Gaming for 15 months. Impaling Light for the Imperious. You've got your Corpse Feeders on Zagara level 1. Feral Heart Rhaegar, and Chen with the freshest ingredients. It's for camps? Nah. If you're taking Shade for camps, what? Why would you not want to literally backlash the 2 people that are trying to be in your face that are basically the tanks of the team? I don't get it. Well, little drain onto Porky here. We do have a root coming down from Deckard Cain. Porky sustained damage is decent into Gul'dan, but High Wraith Celestial Charge lands, and that'll be the end of that pressure. Malthiel to go grab a camp here as well.
Ah, heroes. You're just in time for the seeds of my vengeance to sprout. But which of you gather them first?
Chen works on top lane wave. We've got Malthiel still finishing out camp. Zool to rotate into mid. Does go into Jailer's level 4. We got Potion of Shielding. Another root landing onto Rhaegar, but no one able to follow that up. Dodge from all the Zag shitters. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So you can avoid Zagara auto attack damage for 3 seconds. 3 whole seconds of that, while you have a 40-second bone armor cooldown. 40-second cooldown for 3 seconds of attack mitigation. So you would effectively mitigate 3 rounds of attacks from roaches and hydras, which is probably like, I don't know, 5, 6 autos? I don't know, man. I ain't seeing it still. The math don't add up to me. Meanwhile, you could be an aggressive Zool, step into their face, and deal percent base damage every 30 seconds. Root goes down into Drac. We got Porky. Drained a little bit. Cure is going to be trying to back away. Gul'dan will be able to get the damage needed, and that'll be Zool still falling. Baha, I'm just trying to find a good reason for this. No, stop trying to justify it. Admit when someone makes a mistake. Stop trying to be like, well, it's Cure, there's gotta be a reason. No. Cure took Arcane Brilliance last game, all right? So there's that. Another Trogul's Essence. As we could have had Spell Armor at level 7. Up against the Gul'dan, which is the main source of damage. But instead, just Trogul's Essence. Nice damage on the Captain Rex, though, as they are going to be able to dive in and not find a kill. Celestial Charge into Porky. He will not be taken down either. A lot of traded blows, but no one killed. Look at all those autos he dodged. He would have died sooner otherwise. Oh, yeah, that's good justification for it. Who am I to question EU GM number 10? They can still take bad talents. They can still take bad talents, okay? Why would you not take Wall of Bones? Increase the shield amount of bone armor to 35% of the maximum health, and Zool gains 20 spell armor for the duration. Up against someone who is dealing a lot of spell damage. Gul'dan and Zagara. Oh my god. All right, anyways, let's move on. We've had our mockery, we've had our fun. Let's move on into this. Heroics are going to be here on the top of the screen in just a moment. Our second seed is available in the top center of the map as well. Chen going to get hit with a little bone prison, as we do have camps on the left and the right to be grabbed for the top lane. Cigar currently working on bottom lane and spreading a bit of creep tumor here and there as well. Heroic-wise on the left side, we're going to be seeing Devouring Maw, so no Nidus Network bounty on that one. Wandering Keg, Ancestral Healing, Wrath of Angiers, and the Horrify from Gul'dan. We do have Celestial Charge into this camp pit, but won't be able to get the point in time. That's a beautiful Wandering Keg. Not enough to save the Imperius, though. He does fall to the Nexus Forces. So we do have Sanctification. That's looking like Skeleton Mage's Napalm Strike. Lornado, and is that Tormented Souls from Maltheo? No, that's Last Rites, I believe. Cigar in the bottom lane continues to push things up, looking for more damage onto the fort here, while no one's in lane to deal with her. But Kira's rotated down, is mounted, lands the Bone Prison, and that's really all it. It looks like we do have Sergeant Hammer able to take down the Gul'dan in the top lane. Lornado was, I think, some displacement that helped out with that. Celestial Charge misses, but there is going to be a Scroll of Sealing to catch High Wraith here. Flying kick in from Chen, a Wandering Keg. Nice hit up against Prismat into the wall. Hyper Thruster's not available. Sanctification does come down. And now the Lornado to try and displace the enemy. Prismat still trying to back away, and Concussive Blast allows that to happen. Invade under the camp over here. Looks like Zagara was working on it. I do see some roaches from her. Does have 5 stacks on the Bile Drop right now. 22 Echoed Corruption stacks for the Gul'dan. As Last Rites does have 1 stack from that kill earlier. Maltheo, Fear the Reaper level 1 activation. That's how he's got this movement speed buff. Throws down the shade towards any rotation from the enemy. But the main priority from the side of Three-Legged Cat will be on to camp or objective channel. 1 out of 3 tributes on the left, or seeds. 2 out of 3 on the right. And I do believe the crew of Freedom Exporters are looking to try and get the spot on their side of the map. Let's take a look at the minimap and see where is the next one spawning. Top right. And we should have even talent tiers for this. Now, it is about to be level 13 to 12 and a half, but I think that half a level should close in time. We still have the announcement of the objective needed. Last Rites goes out onto Maltheo, or onto Imperius, doesn't find the kill. A Wandering Keg activated again from Chen. Decent damage from Sergeant Hammer answered back. Celestial Charge onto 2 players. Huge damage. Ancient Blessings. That's going to be a Devouring Maw. The Skeletal Mages come down. The Celestial Charge into Porky as well. No Sanctification available. Just came off a cooldown. Another Celestial Charge coming in as well. More of these Banelings thrown in.
Gather the seed, heroes.
Bum, bum, bum,
Quickly.
bum. Celestial Charge again. Looking for Porky here. Druid's Might thrown in. It does also have the Holy Ground level 13. As I mentioned, we do have even talent here. A little bit of level scaling on the side of Freedom Exporters. We do have more Napalm Strike coming out as well. Troggle's Essence doesn't spawn the Jailers. Troggle's Essence is every time Skeletal Warrior attacks on an enemy, restore 0.5% of Zul's maximum health and 0.2% of his maximum mana. The Jailers is what you're talking about. Jailers is the good talent. Troggle's Essence is the one we're talking about. So every time a Skeletal Warrior attacks an enemy, restore 0.5% of Zul's maximum health and 0.2% of his maximum mana. 0.5 is whatever 0.5% of 3,604 is right now. And that's every auto attack. So if you clear out the Jailers, you're getting no value from Troggle. Meanwhile, you could have more armor, spell armor. I don't see the math adding up on that one. We do have your Garden Terror spawning, though, in favor for the side of Freedom Exporters. Like, it's decimal percents is the thing that I'm getting at, yeah. Just such better options at 7. $18 health per auto attack of the Jailer. Or sorry, the Skeletal Warrior. I don't know. I'm just not seeing it. Objective is going to be pushing in, though. All 3 forts have been taken down. No one actively tries to kill Jailers. Oh, okay. Nobody. Duly noted. Echoed Corruption from Gul'dan is completed. Just like how no one kills roaches or hydras from Zagara. We do have Zul taken down by the Zagara in the bottom lane with the help of Rhaegar, probably a little Earth Grasp Totem. You also have the Hydralisk Transfusion and Corrosive Saliva. Oh, it's a bottom lane camp. Oh, wait, hold on. Chen over here. Invaded. Forced to back away. Wandering Keg is up if he's going to try for this. He tries for it. Unfortunately, there's a Holy Ground. And now Chen's going to be taking a bit of damage. That Lornado is beautiful. From Hunter Orc, the Ancestor healing debuff applied as well. Last Rites goes out. My try hit was so much. Almost the kitchen sink utilized there and will not go down. Bottom lane will be quickly cleared away as we do have camp picked up by Zagara earlier, as I mentioned. Tychus is starting to work on this Siege Giant camp on the left side as well.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed?
Okay. Still waiting for the 20. Just about every heroic. No Ancestral, no Last Rites. Napalm Strike down. Horrify down for 35 as well. Bone Prison coming out as well. Celestial Charge goes out. There's going to be a mark from Maltheo. Another Last Rites attempt, and High Wraith does go down. Zagara Banelings will be thrown in. My try, not going to be rooted. Drinks up a little bit more brew. Has enough to share level 13, sorry. Maltheo heading to top lane wave. Objective phase being ignored. Roach damage, a little bit of Hydra damage. Flying kick in, no Wandering Keg activation. Imperius will respawn. 10 of 12 stacks for Zagara level 7. Zool looking to step in bottom lane, or at least just clear out the wave here. Does have the Echoes of Death and the Decrepify, hoping that we get the Mortal Wound level 20. He actually could be going into Kadea's Kiss, or whatever it is. I forget the name of the 20 for Zool, but that actually is super... Kaladin's Edict. We rarely ever see this, but actually it's really cool. But it's going to be Mortal Wound. I mean, it's how do you pass up 75 healing debuff with all the extra sides and everything? So the level 20 upgrade is really cool. It's got great value, but it's just this 13, 16, 20 combo is insane with the healing debuff available. Horrify from Gul'dan will be activated. That's going to be Imperius, the one to fall. Murky looking to step up. Do have the Eldruin's Might thrown in. Decent damage on the mid lane keep. Objective phase. 1 out of 3 seeds on both sides. But mid lane keep is opened, and Freedom Exporters see if they can take this map number 3. It is a best of 5.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Stark. Thank you. Yeah. Kaladin's Edict, though, for the Zool. If you've never tried this out, I really do recommend it. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Sorry, I gotta turn on player vision for stuff like this, but I thought we might have an engagement here in top lane. It does seem like Porky's trying to set something up. Seed grabbed by Fancy Pants on the right side. Yeah, if you don't have Q talents at 13, 16, then yeah, a Kaladin Edict is really, really good. But if you've got the Echoes of Death specifically and then Decrepify as well, you should be taking Mortal Wound. You should be, because it's such an insane synergy. It's also, what, 4 seconds? Yeah. And Decker Kane, by the way, also has a 75% healing debuff for 4 seconds with the Emerald at level 7. Yeah, boy jumps in and immediately gets taken down. There's going to be a Wrath of Angiers mitigated by the Sanctification of this Tyrael. So two Diablo characters traded here, but Maltheo does have that level 20. No one can stop death. Now, if Maltheo dies within the next 3 minutes, so if he dies before 1945-ish in-game time, he will have an 80-second death timer. More Nados for the Decker Kane we didn't talk about. We also do have the Holy Arena for Maltheo, or Tyrael. Ultra Capacitors on the opposing side. Purifying Brew, Farseer's Blessing, Peck Instincts, Impervious, and the Horrify Haunt Gul'dan.
There's my precious seaweed.
But yeah, every time a Skeletal Warrior deals damage, reduce the cooldown on Bone Armor and Zool's heroic ability by 1.5%. So when I had to take main tank Zool in ARAMs, I took Backlash. I took Shade level 1, but that's because I was up against the Zool Jhin. And then I also had the Bone, which I could have still gone Backlash, but level 7 upgrade, and then literally Kaladin's Edict. It was insane. The amount of times I can just press the 1 button was insane. Tyrael jumping in, able to get some death timer reduction right there with his trait level 20. Celestial Charge lands onto Zool once again. There's going to be a Lore Nado coming down as well. The healing debuff is humongous, and Imperius will be traded. But keep in mind, the Tyrael did utilize his trait, got some damage onto the enemies. Lacerates guarantees the Gul'dan death. It's looking like Freedom Exporters are going to be heading into map number 4 with a 2-1 lead as they have taken down almost all keeps of the enemy team. Top lane down to about 50%. Bottom lane is pushed it onto core. The Ancestor healing, 75% of that's mitigated. The Lornado pushes the Rhaegar into the slam of the objective. Another Malthael kill comes through. My try hit with another healing debuff. And this level 20 is absolutely beautiful. We didn't even talk about the fact that Malthael has healing debuff as... Oh, no, that's the level 7, so he didn't even go for that. But either way, Freedom Exporters are 1 map away from punching their ticket to the playoffs next weekend. We'll see if they're able to eke it out with the 2 subs that they picked up today. Doesn't main tank go blue shield? I took the green in that ARAM because of the Zul'jin. That's why. But I should have gone backlash realistically. Just because the green adds another 10-second cooldown to it, which just made it even longer. But at level 20, with Kaladin Edict, that actually made it really, really short, so... But also, we're talking ARAM versus an actual high-level competitive game. But you know the deal, chat. We're going to go ahead and roll out a block of ads. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. And, yeah, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. If you're not following the channel, please do. We are super close to hitting our follower goal of 8,000. I think we're like 3, 4, 5 follows away. So if you're not following the channel, please do. We stream 6 days a week. We got a lot of great content here. And, yeah, that's my spiel. Let's roll some ads out.
Skadoosh.
Alrighty, everybody. Sorry for my slight delay. Thank you, Be Crazy. Sorry, I just literally got back. Thank you, Be Crazy, for the 53 months. Hopefully you didn't miss the Bandit redemptions I did. Thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it greatly. Could be the final map of the day. Let's make it a nice 15-minute gamble. Get your predictions in if you want to blind gamble and think that the Freedom Exporters will take this Cursed Hollow map number 4. So, best of 5 series. Winner goes into the playoffs. Loser, that's the end of their tournament. That's it. No more Murky Cup for them. We've got a Vikings and Stitches ban. I don't think there's anyone on the side of Freedom Explorers that really play the Vikings. Maybe Yeah Boy? Maybe Fancy Pants plays Vikings, but I don't know about that one. We do have a Stitches band away as well. Cho band out. And Chromie? I didn't, but that's okay. I had a nice lunch with your neighbors. Oh, nice. Great cast, bud. Thank you, Saddle. I appreciate the kind words. Y'all are so nice to me today. There's so much generosity in the stream today. Thank you so very much. Like, Stark gifted 20 subs, Yanther with a tier 2, Bag with 5 gifted subs, Obby with a tier 1, Dark and Be Crazy using their Prime Gaming here. There's a lot of places you can use Prime, and thank you so very much for using it here. Fancy does? Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, wait a minute, maybe Fancy Pants does play a Vikings. But thank you. I do appreciate you, you guys knowing that. So, Chromie was the first pick. We do have Freedom Exporters getting rid of the Anubarak here, so they don't want to deal with Cocoon. The tank pool is very limited as well, like ETC, May, Mal'Ganis, Arthas, Uther? I think are like all the main tanks available that I think of off the top of my head that we aren't played or banned away. Hogger Lucio for the right side. Thrall Tyrande with the Chromie. Armor debuff and everything with the Huntress mark is really good. Cursed Hollow. I'm trying to think what's been played in the series. Dahaka was played. Falstad was not played yet in this series. I know, wait, it was played earlier, though, by Cure. No, but that was the first best of 3. I think Falstad's available for this. I can't remember if he's played or not. Anyways, ETC will be banned away. More main tanks to be removed. More main tanks out of here. Muradin banned away. Porky does not get that. Okay, So Diablo's been played. Garrosh was played, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that was the Tomb game. I don't think Arthas was played, but Arthas isn't, like, amazing right now. I guess Arthas is kind of good into Thrall and Tyrande. Kira does like his Falstad. Yeah, he does. Kursal is a good map for it. Hanzo's available in the series. Genji's still available. Oh. Oh, please. Please. For the love of pizza. Please just go charge taunt. Literally, your single target deletion's so high already. And they could go double reset comp if they pick up a Genji. Arthas will be the grab on the left-hand side. God, that skin is massive. That Deathwing skin is humongous. I didn't realize. It could be a hyper carry Chromie. They could do another Bruiser realistically. They're gonna go Genji. Okay. So, charge taunt. You've got it. Charge! You've got a Hogger, Lucio, Varian, Li Ming. I think maybe they were angling for the Genji. Will they consider a Hanzo? If Falstad's up, I'd like to see the Falstad personally. I just don't remember if it was played in this best of 5. I know it was played in the best of 3 earlier today, but I don't recall anyone playing Falstad in this series yet.
Logical decision.
I see it. I'm not crazy about it. We're going to find out what happens here. Get your Twitch predictions in. Could be the final game of the day. Let's make it a big one, everybody. Could be the final game of the day, everybody. NA could be going to the playoffs next weekend. With the help of a bunch of subs. Lucio Abathur is gross. Yeah, but there's an Arthas is the issue. The Arthas is my biggest issue. Movement speed debuff, attack speed debuff, howling blasts. It's going to be a scary one, but let's see if Freedom Exporters can take map number 4 in a 3-1 victory. We got Cure in the red. Or excuse me, Cure on the right side in the red. For Freedom Exporters playing your Li Ming, Hunter Orc Lucio, Porky Varian, Prismat Abathur, and we're looking at a yeah boy for your Hogger. Left side of the map, we're going to be seeing Three-Legged Cat. We got a Taikessa Genji, Captain Rex on the Tyrande, High Wraith playing Varian, Drac on the Chromie.
Well, what are you waiting for?
First Sentinel game hits and it hits 2, double GG. Lucio in the house! My try will be your Thrall, by the way, in the bottom lane. We didn't talk about that. Ranger, level 1 for the Tyrande. You've got your Frost Presence from Arthas with the Howling Blast upgrade, Agile Dismount for the Genji, Time Walker's Pursuit, and Rolling Thunder for Thrall. You got Force Armor level 1 for Li Ming. Gonna be going into Overpower Variant, Accelerando Lucio, Pressurized Glands for Abathur, the W level 1, as well as on the On the Prowl, yeah, sorry. My brain always wants to flip Hoggers Joggers with On the Prowl at level 1 and 4. I don't know why. Going Three-Legged Cat all in, so sorry. Anyone wanting a full series, lol. Wait, what? Wait, but voting for Three-Legged Cat would be a full series. All of us want that. I want that. I'm very happy casting 11 Heroes of Storm maps today. I am very happy talking for 5+ hours. Horror Anomaly, by the way, level 4 for the Chromie, level 2. Sentinel goes out. Lucio did start this, got maybe 25% of one of the Bruiser minions there. Oh, you're a curse. Ah, I see. Curse! I see what you're doing, Umber. I see what you're doing. Very smart. Very smart. You know, if that works, I should take that mentality with me to the casinos later this year. My annual, my biannual, my every other year casino adventure. I was already talking to some neighbors about it yesterday. One of the casinos is getting revamped and stuff like that, so a bunch of us were talking about, like, after it fully opens and fully, like, all that stuff. A bunch of us are going to go down there and have a day of it. So I always think, whenever someone says curse, I always think of that Aqua Teen with the Mummy episode with Aqua Teen. All right, let's focus back in. We got level 4s coming through. We are going to be seeing Charge Blast for the Li Ming. Charge Blast! Howling Blast finds the Lucio as he sprays and... Yeah, I know. Honestly, Hunter Orc, I agree. That Howling Blast read was either beautifully timed or just a happenstance moment. Genji Shuriken Mastery at 6. Objective phase number 1, top center of the map. Li Ming rotating up here as well. Magic missiles fired into the fort. Sidewall. More to be thrown into the Siege Giants. Sentinel finds Hunter again. Every skill shot hitting the Lucio. Cure going for channel. Time Walker Pursuit to provide some vision. Howling Blast gets a stack. Li Ming throws out an Arcane Orb. And Hogger gets a really awkward bounce, but Chromie Time Stop delays out the inevitable as Cure has the read on that one. Gets the magic missiles fired in. Beautifully done. How are we doing on our Twitch gamble? 50k to just about 50k, so nearly a 50% gamble. As Porky gets hit with a Lunar Flare, Huntress Mark applied as well. Li Ming Arcane Orbs, Magic Missiles trying to find a reset. Porky, low, gets the taunt, taken down. Howling Blast on a Li Ming, High Wraith. Cure will fall. Genji does go down. Hogger with a huge bounce! High Wraith is low, gets a nice chonky heal from Tyrande, but as long as she's autoing, he's going to be fine. Also gets the Loon's Chosen mark applied. Also, Moonlit Arrows, basic attack, decrease the cooldown of Light of a Loon by an additional 0.75 seconds. What is the baseline? Is it just 1 second baseline? I always forget. 1.5. I believe. Unless it is 0.75 baseline and this increases it to 1.5. Sometimes in Heroes of the Storm, the tooltips do update with talents, and sometimes they don't. The vast majority of times they don't, but sometimes. Like Phoenix Armageddon Beam, that actually affects the tooltip for the level 10. They will take down Tyrande. Huge reset into my try. And Thrall loses whatever stackage she had at level 4. Objective phase, number 2, over to the side of Freedom Exporters, as they will get another channel. 2 of 3 tributes, as Lucio in the house is harassing on a Drac. Thank you, Stark. I appreciate that. I was really curious. Uh-oh. High Wraith goes down in bottom. A 5th kill over to the side of Freedom Exporters. And there's still 4 minutes on the gamble if you're swayed with the first 5 minutes of this gamble. I think I made the gamble a little too long. Doesn't matter. You got time to watch the game and scout out if this Tyrande Sentinel is going to hit Abathur in the top lane. No, it's going to be a little too far away. Lucio is still in the house over here. Literally zoning Chromie. She's zoning him, but he's zoning her.
I grow tired of your petty
Let's... Oh! Ultra Evolve Monstrosity for Abathur. Are you serious? That's not even a... Why? Prismat, why? That has to be a misclick, dude. It's not a bounty. That was last season of Murky Cup, that was a bounty. Like, why wouldn't you want 2 Li Mings, or 2 Lucios, or 2 Varians, or 2 Hoggers? Granted, they are winning, so I guess I should shut my mouth. But it is going to be Warbringer Variant, Wave of Force, High Five, Portapult, and Evolve Monstrosity. Huh. Alright. Objective phase number 3 will be picked up by the side of Three-Legged Cat, as we do have the bottom left boss grabbed. I'm assuming it's double boss play, though. I'm assuming it's double boss play. Yeah, the bounty, by the way, this season for Abathur is Locust build. Is not Monstrosity. Hearths out from Lucio and Li Ming. Bottom boss and Siege Giants should confirm the 4th. The only reason I brought up Li Ming was the spell power buff is the only reason. But yeah, double Hogger, double Lucio, absolutely killer. I just feel like double any of these characters is better than Monstro, but hey, we'll see. So bottom fort did go down as we mentioned. Looks like boss gets to the keep and will be taken down. It is going to be a double boss play in the end, as we do have boss in the top lane. Next tribute will be in the bottom left, so the expectation is that this next one will be on the right side of the map. Now, I didn't see where the previous one was. I think it was up here. No, that's not possible. I think it was here. And then we have here. So I think it's bottom right for the next one. I think this is the location. Permahat Hogger. That's fair, too. Or even, like, Permahat Lucio.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Genji jumps in. The allies are working their way into this. The Hortapult out from Hogger. Drac is going to be the target. There will be Arcane Orb missing because of the timeout of Chromie. Starfall from the Tron activated. We do have Hogger jumping in as well. The Sunrick from Thrall coming in from the flank, and that will be the Li Ming taken down first. Lucio will maybe not be in the house anymore. Syndragosa will be activated by the Arthas as Mule will be called down for the mid lane fort. A triple kill comes out in favor of Three-Legged Cat.
Gather tribute or face me. The choice is simple.
Well, Abathur is going to go ahead and hat up the top lane. The boss did push in, and macro-wise, looking like overall at the map, it is still in favor for Freedom Exporters, but the triple kill that just came through could be a shifting moment. Objective phase up in 7 seconds, Varian up in 2. Hogger bouncing to safety, Howling Blast misses. Li Ming with a Arcane Orb and such thrown out. Time Walk's Pursuit just gets the vision of Fancy Pants. Okay. Li Ming trying to go for channel. Chromie should have a delay after Tyrande Sentinel. Lucio's in the house. Hunter Orc. Varian charges. No taunt activation. Slowing Sands around the objective. Thrall working on a camp for the top lane. Genji showing for bottom. And it looks like objective will be grabbed here. Given away. So Curse comes through. Ultimate Evolution is off a cooldown. It was used earlier and then pretty much immediately cleared away, so it's gotten about 0 value. We'll see if it's going to be popped up in bottom lane to amplify siege here while the mid lane is being pursued by the rest of Freedom Exporters. The mid fort will go down, slowing Sands from Chromie. Porky looks to step through that. Li Ming blinks in, Arcane Orb, Magic Missiles, little combo landing into Chromie right there. Still no Ultimate Evolution activation. Kira just blinking over the wall. Hortapult to try and close the distance. They're going to head him off at the pass! High five from Lucio. Varian charges in. The Syndragosa from the Arthas will be activated as well. Mortal Strike from Varian with that 40% healing debuff for 4 seconds. Thrall is done with his level 4, and so is the Genji. My try low. Porky is the one who will fall first. Still no Ultimate Evolution during all of this. It could have been pushing bottom lane. Literally could have been pushing bottom lane the entire time.
My curse subsides.
Alrighty. About a level to go. Hey, we get one. After the objective phase is done, when you could have scaled up the monstrosity faster, that's when we're going to summon monstrosity. Okie dokie. Chromie and Thrall go to top lane, and they'll get vision and clear out the monstro, unless it burrows out of lane in time, and we'll be able to do so, heading into Hall of Storms. And it will just naturally... Okay, alright, that's so far away. 16 on both sides. We are going to be seeing the Adrenaline boost. Symbiote Carapace increase movement speed of the target by 40% for 3.5 seconds. Charge, taunt, blow up. Genji goes down. Huge kill for Freedom Exporters right there. And this is the kind of combo that I was wishing that they went for in that map 7 of the EU versus NA tournament. Or show match. Boss, so this is really awkward. Sutter comes out from the Thrall. Lucio will go down. Slowing Sands out on the ground. Cure falls as well. Tyrande will be picked up by the Abathur hat, but Porky goes down as well. Boss fully leashed, and a deep dive into this boss is going to be a horrible moment. The Ultimate Evolution, once again, pushing up in the top lane. 15 scaled stacks on that out of 40, as that'll be pushed up. It's probably going to get a little bit of damage onto the keep here, and then maneuvered back. The Ultimate Evolution does have decent damage when it's scaled up a little bit further, so right now it's just being pulled back so it can maybe build up a bit more.
Shall we see who gathers enough to meet this tale?
Howling Blast picks up its 14th stack into Yeah Boy here in mid lane. Next tribute will be in the top center, top right, no, top center of the map, because this is the right position. Ultimate Evolution, scouting out this camp, and it is, yeah, it's just gonna snake around over here. Howling Blast will land a CC, but it doesn't count as a stack, actually, if you did not know. Sentinel going out as well. Ooh, Banner of Stormwind. Cure looking for the channel. Gonna be interrupted. Blinks in. Time trap onto Porky. No level 18 yet for the Chromie. No unraveling. Staggering blow. I think they were looking at the Chromie first, but they end up turning into the Tyrande. Li Ming getting Reset City. Gets the triple kill. Looking to chase onto this Genji Taikessa. Slowing Sands to zone. Literally, okay. I hound on how much I hate Slowing Sands debuff. Lucio wall ride and pushed off through the Slowing Sands and had minus 50 armor. It's just, it's Saint Dev. I love you. Please, can we do something about the Chromie level 20? This is insane. Every 0.25 seconds, enemy heroes slowed by Slowing Sands have their spell armor reduced by 10 up to minus 50. That's 1.25 seconds to a minus 50 spell armor. I'm sorry. That's just so overtuned. And she gets it at 18. Make it less armor debuff or take longer. That's my request to Saint. Please. All right, Sentinel goes out. I believe he got vision of the enemy on this boss over here. Ultimate Evolution does hit max stackage. Howling Blast lands. Couple auto attacks in from the Arthas. Another Sentinel going out to scout out where the enemy is on the boss. Harsh Moonlight was the level 13 pickup for the Tyrande. Bottom boss in 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Ultimate Evolution still chilling in mid. Talrash's elements. We've got Glory to the Alliance, Mixing Fire, Hive Mind, and the Secret Stash for Hogger. I mean, imagine you're in it for 1.25. You're in it for essentially a second, and you're nearly minus 50 armor. Boss in top lane, though. Ultimate Evolution pushing up the wave. Speed banner behind, but it is Glory to the Alliance level 20. Still 19 to 20 in our levels, and 9 to 12 in kills, favoring the side of Freedom Exporters. Howling Blast goes out. More Arcane Orbs. Boss will maybe confirm the top keep. No, it's so very low. Ultimate Evolution's here. Magic Missiles fire in. Ultimate Evolution will go in and get this. We do have Time Walker's Pursuit for a bit of a flank checker, just to check over here on the right side. Chromie Slowing Sands. Variant charges out of that into the Siege Giant camp. Next objective will be on the right side of the map. Will Abathur dive out and go for this, or are they just going to have someone... Okay, looks like no. Magic Missiles fired into the fort front gate, or excuse me, the key front gate sidewalls here. Ultimate Evolution heads to bottom lane. 20 talent will be picked up on the left, and Howling Blast gets its final stack, so he's got the level. He's got all the rewards, but the big one is that it routes along the pathway. Sentinel does not hit Yeah Boy. No delay onto Hogger. He'll get objective. Monstrosity pushes bottom.
You shall know my wrath.
Is this a game-winning objective phasing? We do have Tyrande with the Ice Blade arrows. You've got your Anti-Magic Shell for the Arthas. Living Weapon on Genji. Unraveling for Chromia already. And, of course, the Bolt of the Storm Wind Rush on Thrall. Evolved Monstrosity on bottom lane being pushed back by the Thrall here. I think just trying to bait the Thrall out of position. Monstro with Hogger and Lucio able to take down bottom keep. Staggering blow as a small stun into, I think, the Genji and Thrall, but mid lane keep is the last thing available. Variant charge taunt, Mortal Wound. Lucio with the Mixing Fire amplifies that healing debuff to minus 90. And mid keep should go down to the magic missiles. The Sunring from Thrall will be activated. The Evolved Monstrosity is cleared away. 80-some second cooldown as magic missiles continue to fire in, trying to take down this mid lane keep, and magic missiles will find the final structure on the left-hand side. Three-legged cat have no forts, no keeps, and the enemy team has everything in their hands. High Wraith goes down to the Lucio damage. Extract from the Genji as another extract comes through. Living weapon will not be enough, and that's a reset for reset on Cure. This might be the beginning of the end as Maitri Bolt of the Storm away. Varian charges in. Tyranda's going to be the target. Maitri now looking to back away, but that will be enough damage from Varian charging in. Lucio in the house. It's looking like the members of Freedom Exporters will take this best of 5 series in a 3-1 victory. Maybe they get the Finland to wrap things up. Drac trying to save that KDA, but I do believe, yes, we will be seeing the Freedom Exporters next week actually in a couple weeks in the lower bracket section of the playoffs. GG, well played. Am I crazy, or is Ultimate Evolution actually the clone ult? There we go, Monstrosity is right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said one word wrong, Baba. I'm so sorry that I said one wrong word in all the casting I did. God forbid. Oh, gosh. There's one way to get Twitch chat to start talking.